and you look at the field and everything. It looked like something off a high school football team. That's crazy. And you want NFL scouts to come and look at your players. No. You have schools that's not putting into their facilities. A lot of schools not even feeding their players properly, not even giving them the proper nourishment they need. At Morgan State University, I had this one lady talk to me a couple of weeks ago, and she talked about her son, how she had to rush home from work to make sure she prepared a meal for her son after football practice because the cafeteria was closed. And if the players would not finish practice, they would not be able to eat. They had to fend for themselves. And the mother wanted to make sure she got home to make sure that her son, who was playing with the Morgan State football team at the time, I'm not going to say the name, but she said she had to rush home to prepare a meal for him because after practice, he wouldn't eat because the cafeteria would have been closed. We have HBCU schools having players working out in their dorm room. Look at this facility. Now, you know, I'm not going to say what school this is. You probably already know what school it is, but that facility there is no bigger than my living room and dining room and kitchen combined. It's really small. See how big these guys are? You have at Shaw University. Look at this. These guys are outside working the ropes off the pole, and you see how it's split up? Now that's crazy. And you want to get the best out of your players. Now look at this facility here. Can't compete. This is like, this is crazy how big this particular school weight room is. And we ask why our HBCU brothers cannot compete, because you're not giving them the things they need to be able to develop their skill set to be able to play on the next level. Now you have some that will go out on their way on their own to try to get to the NFL and put a little bit more work in, but it's kind of tough when you go up against the obstacles of not having enough or not having it at all, and then you want these guys to be able to get a chance to get in the NFL. Now let me tell you something. If I was a scout, if I was an NFL scout, I would not come to an HBCU school. You want to know why? Because of this. No one look at it like this in the perspective of an NFL scout, especially area scouts. Now, all NFL teams have area scouts, and they have to work a certain area of schools where they get. For more about this episode, go to LockerTalk Podcast on YouTube and subscribe.